Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we are in Lois's kitchen again, but sadly Lois has declined her video debut again. Not that that's a debut, you already saw her, but she is going to share with us her cornbread stuffing recipe. And I have heard that it is to die for. And to go with that cornbread stuffing, we're gonna make Cornish game hens in the deluxe air fryer. So are you ready for this adventure? I hope you are. It's gonna be a southern treat. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do if you are making these Cornish game hens is get your air fryer started and ready. We're gonna go ahead and start it at about 380. And I'm gonna go ahead and set it for 40 minutes. Now it's not gonna take 40 minutes to cook, but as we get these ready to go, it will take 20 to 30 minutes to cook. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. Custom 40 minutes for 380 and go. Okay, I am going to actually, now that it's going, I'm gonna move it off to the side so that I don't have to hear it in my microphone. All right, and now let's work on these Cornish game hens. So what is a Cornish game hen? It's really just a really small fowl. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get them nice and dry. The drier the bird, the better the skin will brown up. So go ahead and get your game hens nice and dry, and that's what I got the paper towel for. And then we're gonna start seasoning them. So I have some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and some poultry seasoning. I'm just gonna pour it all into the bowl. Now we're gonna take some oil, and we are gonna lightly oil these birds. And by lightly, I do mean lightly, because we don't want a ton of oil on them, but we want enough that the rub is going to stick to it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of oil, just like that, and I'm going to use one hand to massage. So I have a clean hand here with no bird on it, and then I have the other hand here that I am going to season with. So I'm gonna hold my bird here, and I'm going to season my little fowl all over the place. Now, I know that some of you are going to be asking, are you putting the stuffing inside of the Cornish game hen? The answer is no. And the reason we are not is because it was a unanimous decision to not put it in, because we all enjoy texture to our cornbread stuffing, not the gooiness that happens whenever it is inside of the cavity of a bird. So if you enjoy stuffing inside of your bird, you can definitely stuff this. You have to increase the cooking time, but it will work just fine. Right now we're gonna take some salt and pepper, and we're gonna salt and pepper it all over the place. All right, and once you think he's been rubbed well, still clean hand, go over here, put him in. Okay, well, he's kind of splayed. We'll fix him in a second. When we get the second one on there, they'll kind of push together and it will be fine. And it takes about a tablespoon of rub per chicken. All right, so when we put it on this tray, I'm gonna put it opposite the way that the other one is. So if the legs are on this side, make sure the legs are on this side. And we're gonna wanna kind of tuck that leg in a little bit so it doesn't hit the side of our cooker. There we go. Okay, and then we'll sprinkle a little bit more on. I will go ahead and set this on a kitchen towel over here, and we'll do the other set. Okay, and now we're gonna get them in for 20 minutes, and then we're gonna turn them over, and we're gonna get them in for another 10 minutes, or until the inserted thermometer reads about 165 or so. So I'll be back in just a couple minutes, and we're gonna start the cornbread stuffing. Okay, here we go. And if you were doing the cornbread stuffing inside, you go ahead and put it in now. Okay, so after I just tried to put them both into the air fryer, that's not gonna work. They will not fit. So we're gonna cook 2 of them in the oven and the other 2 in the air fryer, and then we'll compare. Sounds like a good idea, right? We're gonna get this into the oven at 375 for about 45 minutes. So but we're gonna get it in at the same time we get in the cornbread. So just like the magic that happens, here we go. Ready, cornbread? All right, you guys, so first we're gonna want some good old-fashioned cornbread. And I'm gonna leave Lois's recipe in the info of this video, but basically it is 1 cup of cornmeal, 1 cup of self-rising flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk, 2 eggs, and 1/2 cup of oil. And what we're gonna do once it's all done and cooled is we are going to crumble this into our bowl. Just crumble it. Not big pieces, not little pieces. We're just gonna crumble it on up. And you know I gotta taste it. Oh yeah, that's good cornbread. And because we're all about making sure that we utilize every dish, we're actually going to make the stuffing inside of our cornbread container. So I have in this bowl 1/2 cup of dried breadcrumbs, some sage, and some poultry seasoning. And we're just gonna mix it all in. And we wanna make sure to put that sage in there because that's what really makes it taste like stuffing. And then next, we're gonna put in 2 eggs, just right into this. All right. We're just gonna crack the eggs right in. I'm just gonna use my hand to break them up. Oop, there we go. And off beside me, she is actually putting together the onion and celery and making it soft on the stove. All right, are we ready to add that in as well?
Ready.
Okay, she's gonna add that in for me. And then this is some chicken broth. So we're gonna add it all together. And yes, it's gonna be a little warm, but it should be okay. Oh, this smells so delicious. And I've just been told we need about 1/2 cup of milk to go in as well. Actually, that was 1/2 and 1/2, right? There we go. So that'll make it rich and delicious. Okay, once you think it's all well mixed, we're gonna put it right in. And we're not gonna pack it down, right? We're just gonna pile it. Looks beautiful. Now, we are gonna get this into the oven, like I said, 375 for about 45 minutes until it's nice and brown and everything's dried up and everything has come into a great, delicious stuffing. So, we'll be back here in about 45 minutes to show you the results of everything. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, you guys, we are back, and can you even believe how beautiful these guys turned out in the air fryer? Now we have a confession. These looked so beautiful that once these were done, we took the ones out of the oven and stuck them in the air fryer so they would get just as beautiful because they were looking really anemic, and they're about to come out right now. And look at those beautiful chickens. They're not chickens, they're Cornish game hens. Close enough, right? They're gorgeous. I can hardly believe, you know, the air fryer, I'm gonna get these on here, hold on. The air fryer is really an amazing tool for chicken or any proteins. Lois was asking me what I like to cook in my air fryer, and I told her hands down my favorite thing to cook is chicken for this reason. Look how beautiful those are. Each Cornish game hen, the Cornish game hens took about 35 to 40 minutes in the air fryer. I think had they been the smaller Cornish game hens, they wouldn't have taken quite so long, but these are gigantic. They're almost like whole hens. They're huge. Yeah, they're just really big, and they're super crispy. Hear that? Yep. Okay, let's go for the cornbread stuffing. And look at this amazing cornbread stuffing. Let's get up close. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that beauty. Oh, my goodness. So I'm gonna grab a fork. Even though we're all gonna sit down to eat together, I wanna taste this for you guys. I know how this tastes. This tastes fantastic. But let's check out how our cornbread stuffing made. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Tastes like Thanksgiving in one bite. Wow, that's really good. It's still moist, but it's very moist. but the crispy bits really do give it a great texture. That is really good. So if you're looking for another cornbread stuffing recipe or the one to end all, maybe you should try Lois's cornbread stuffing. And look at the Cornish game hens. I mean, you guys, like, come on. That is pretty darn amazing, right? I'm pretty sure that beats the oven every day of the week. Hands down, because we saw it in the oven. We didn't film when we switched it over, but we saw it. So if you're a Cornish game hen lover, 35 to 40 minutes in the air fryer, this is gonna be the way you wanna cook it. And try out Lois's cornbread stuffing. I don't think you're gonna be sad. All right, you guys. Well, if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos several times a week, and right now, as you know, I'm in everybody's kitchens, so thank you for bearing with me. Lois, thank you so much for having me in your kitchen and in your space and showing me how to make your cornbread stuffing. I'm gonna use it probably this Thanksgiving because I've never had a real cornbread stuffing recipe. So I'm gonna put this in my arsenal. You can find the recipes in the links below. And I guess that's it, you guys. We will see you on the next adventure. Bye.